What's up, y'all? We back for another episode of You Heard What I Said podcast. It's your girl Precious. What's up? What's going on with you, Kion?
What's up, Precious? I'm doing great. How are you?
Awesome. I am doing good. I am ready to chime in on this topic. Did you have a good weekend? Everything was good?
Everything was good. Yeah. Of course, we had spring break week, but
Okay.
yeah, but it was pretty chill. But I did get a chance to see. We did get a chance to go to the oldest, our previous tenants. We went to their house. And I don't know if you remember, like a couple episodes ago, I talked about their parking where you had to pay like $7 for an hour. Well, he has a visitor's kind of pass thing.
Okay.
Where we have to pay, but you go in, you park. There's a barcode on the thing that you got to scan, and then you put in your license plates. Then you got to put in the code, and then
trying to track you.
I know what I'm saying. And then it all of a sudden came up with 1 hour this much, 2 hours this much, 1 day this much. And then say if you have a code, put it in. I put in the code, and it just gave me a receipt, and I got an email, everything. So
they had take over there.
yeah. But it was good. It was good. We had a good time, and brought some food over, ate. It was good. It was a good weekend. What about you?
Okay, that's wonderful. That's good.
Yeah.
This weekend we got the toddler baby over here, and we had some family over, so we had a good time.
Okay.
He got a chance to hang out with his cousins and everything, so that was wonderful. Yeah, so it was a good time. Yep. But look, I'm excited. So before I begin, make sure you like, share, subscribe, comment, follow us, all that good stuff. Look, we want to engage with you all. Yeah. So we here to talk about Love is Blind. And I know we kind of late, but I know they had the reunion, a few days ago. So man, this season was something. And of course, everybody's fan favorite was AD. I mean, they had posters up for the reunion, AD all day. It was wonderful. So for all you all who don't know, Love is Blind is it's like a reality dating love show. You go in there and you get to know a person for their heart, like who they truly are without seeing them, in person. And if you like and you fall in love, if you're connected or bonded with that person, then the man will propose. You all get to see each other after the proposal. So that's the basis of the show, which is kind of, pretty cool. I wouldn't do it, but I think it's pretty cool because you really get to know, well, at least you hope you get to know, who a person is, their true intentions, all that good stuff. So even though, attraction, we're not going to, put it out there that attraction is not important because, it is. You want to be interested in who you're looking at every day, even though they say attraction can grow, which I do believe attraction can grow because, once you really start to fall in love with somebody, because, your looks are going to change. So, but yeah, so what did you think? Because I know you watched it. What did you think about the show? We ain't got to get in any particulars just yet, but what do you think?
Yeah, it was crazy, first of all, because this is season 6, and
season 6.
I haven't. This is the first season that I watched.
Okay,
kind of binge watched, and I've heard it before, previews, and I heard you talk about it before, but I've never seen it, because I'm still new to the internet TV world, so to speak. Because when we talk about Netflix, I had Netflix when you had the disc when it wasn't on TV. You had to you had like $20, whatever. You got three CDs in the mail, and you had to seal it up and mail it back. That's when I had Netflix.
I didn't even know it was like that initially.
Yeah. It was a kind of subscribe thing. It was a subscribe thing to my knowledge. It was Netflix.
Wow.
It was Netflix where it was for I don't know, $15-$20. You got like 3 a month or something like that. And so you would go online and tell what you wanted, and then they would mail it to you, and then you watch it, and then you put it back in the mail. Then you have to wait until they received it to get new ones. Yeah, that's how it was when I was into it. So to watch a reality show, first of all, online, where it's unfiltered, and just the whole thing, it was interesting to see. It was good to see. I've seen other reality shows in terms of love and everything like that. And they're all different, and it's it's interesting that they're all different. So to see this one, when you talked about that, we'll talk about this, I didn't know what to expect. I had no idea as to how the setup was or anything like that. Like, how do you talk to someone without seeing them, and then propose and do all this stuff beforehand? And then I saw the first episode, and I'm like, okay, out there, like I don't know if you remember, like in high school when you had a boyfriend or a girlfriend and you're on the phone,
right?
You hang up. Or sometimes you even fall asleep on the phone and everything like that. That's kind of how it was. And it was interesting to see adults go through that phase of getting to know someone, where they're all cuddled up on the couch and everything like that, just having conversations. So it was good. It was good. I guess I do have one question before we even get started. Do you know, like when they went into the different pods and all that stuff, do you know how much time they had with each person before they switched?
It varies, because I know on the reunion, one of the guys, and I don't remember everybody's name. Was it? No, it wasn't Jeramey, but it was the other guy. Look, I'm bad with names, but one of the guys was like, it felt like 15 minutes, and the girl was
Jimmy.
like, no.
Was it
Jimmy?
Jimmy?
It was Jimmy.
Okay.
It felt like it was 15 minutes, and they like, no. She was like, no, it was at least an hour, and they did like the whole timing, and they had been in there for over like 2 hours.
That's right. Okay.
So I think it varies, because the one guy, Trevor, I know in the beginning episodes, like he was coming in, and I hope, I believe this was Trevor. It wasn't Trevor. It was the guy with the glasses.
Matthew? Was that his name?
I'm not sure, because he ended up leaving because they were talking about how he was gaslighting everybody. But he started off like, I think he started off walking in there like he was asking people questions. He like, nope, this ain't gonna work. And then he would just leave right out.
I think that was Matthew. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. He had a spreadsheet.
Right. Yeah. So I think the first person that he actually connected with was AD. It was weird. He was like,
okay. Yeah.
He like, okay, bye. Walk out the door. It was hilarious. Like, dude.
That's right. Okay, so it could have been from like a couple minutes to whatever, because the way they spliced it, it was like they all went in at the same time, they all came out at the same time, and like a little date. I've never been on one, but from what I've seen, like little dating things where you go sit at a table and then you have like 2 minutes and then ding, and then you switch tables or whatever. So
it might have been like that in the beginning, since we do, like you said, see them all go in at the same time and all come out. So maybe in the beginning they had like a set time to get to know each other, and then once they started forming their connections, then you can spend as little or as much time as you want, because they would have like games, drinks, food, all types of stuff to make it seem like they were actually going on dates. So I think it just varied as you progressed. I wish the show could last a little longer, especially since people binge watch it anyway, so you could really kind of see the other couples progress, because then you find out like afterwards, like, oh wait, what, they were together, or this happened, because it's like you're missing pieces, and then it comes out in the reunion, you're like, wait, I don't remember that, I didn't see that. But that reunion, there was so much shade.
Well, so what do you think about the whole show? Like you just asked me in general about the concept and just the season.
I think it's a good show. It's entertaining. Of course, millions, watching. Millions are invested. I mean, they got all these memes and everything out on social media. Even I don't know if I would say contestants. I don't know who, but. They would even come out, doing their own things. But I think it's good. I think it has a good premise. I like it. I mean, I think they should have one for like 40 plus. For older people, they looking for love too. So
that's true.
I think that'll be great. And I I'm not sure how much traction it'll get. It might, I don't know, but I think that'd be cool. I will watch it. It's almost like they have a show. I don't know what station it's on, but it's not a Love Is Blind, but it's with nephew Tommy. What's the name of it? Shoot. I can't think of the name of it, but they're older. And, cast. They could be like in their 30s, 40s, so they're a little older, going out, meeting people. So these are adults who have children, been married, divorced, things like that. So, I would be interested in seeing a Love Is Blind with 40 plus. I mean, like I said, I wouldn't do it. It's not for me.
Well, why? But, what about it is not for you? What part? Wait, before what part?
Right. Because that's what I've been waiting on. I'm ready.
So this is to Love Is Blind season 6.
Love Is Blind season 6. Even though we have this podcast and I share things, I don't share everything. And I think there you truly have to be vulnerable. Especially when you're trying to get to know somebody. And I'm not sure if that's something that I want to share with the world, because then the world gets invested in your relationship. And then sometimes they think it's their relationship. And I don't want those inputs. Like, this is mine. I want to protect it and love it and nourish it and all that good stuff. So I
think it will work for you. And the reason I say that is because of a comment that I saw in the reunion, the fact that you're not on social media really as much. Well, I know you're getting on it now per se,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
but because a lot of, like I said, it's like you just said, your world will be their world. Mm-hmm. And so they'll comment, and then one person made a comment saying, if you like, I don't know, like write in a red marker or red ink, they'll hound you about that because you're writing in this color ink or whatever. So you gotta have kahunas,
yes, you do.
To be on it. But if you're not on social media as much, where you're reading every single thing that's talked about you, I think it'll be good. Not that you need it by any means, because you don't need it for sure, because you got a lot of love internally and beauty outernally and internally and everything. So I know though internally is not the perfect wording to use, but I just think that it'll be fun to see you on there, and I'll root for you.
Thank you for that. I don't know. I'm like extremely sarcastic, so it would have to be that one person who'll be like, okay, I get her.
Hey, so that's what you're looking for.
That is true. And I don't always like all the gossip. Like, I love my female friends. We're like a close-knit group, and it's great, but I don't know, to have them all, who is this, or you shouldn't be doing that. That's just not something that I'm interested in.
Okay, I thought I thought
involved with that, because it's like, and they might take it the wrong way when I'm like, nah, I want to keep this, you know what I'm saying, to myself. Like, this is my business. Like, I don't want to go in here, ooh, and he said this to me, and he said, like, I can't. I just don't have the energy for that anymore.
Just flip the page, like swipe. Okay, thank you. Bye. You're there.
Right. Yeah, I'm a sharer, and I'm open, but I'm open to once I get to know you, and I trust you and all of that. So I don't know how much camera time I would get, because I'll be like,
look, at the reunion, like, were you on the show? No.
I'm like, look, don't put me in your mess. I don't need all that added stress. I tell people all the time, like in my daily life, like, nope, that was not an opening for you to come and unload on me. Like, I can't. I got enough going on. Like, let me figure out my own stuff before you come and unload yours on me. So right. I don't know. Who knows?
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
No problem. Let's get into it. Yeah. So
right. We don't have to like discuss everybody, but I will say before we like hit the main couples with like Jeramey and Laura, Sarah Ann, and then Clay and AD. Those were like the ones that had. Well, I mean, you have the other girl, but their main thing was, you know, her and looking like Megan Fox, and you know, that was like a whole big issue. Yeah. And then she has some insecure. Well, I don't want to say some. You know, she's a little insecure with some things. So she was kind of needy, like in relationships, and it's just something that she has to work on internally to realize that, okay, you are enough, you're more than enough for this relationship. You have to be confident in who you are and not worry about all the other side bull. You know, it's like, just focus on you and your relationship, because if it's for you, it's gonna work out. So so that was them. But what kind of shocked me is when Trevor came out and everybody was like talking about he apparently had a relationship. Well, he said it wasn't a relationship because they didn't like officially say girlfriend, boyfriend, but they saying like how they love each other and they were dating. It's like, what? Like,
dude, when I saw that, when it came, I know when I saw that, I thought I paused the TV because he was just, it was just, he just blank stare like, oh.
He did.
I got caught. Like, yeah, like, okay, what I say. And then didn't he say that he had something planned on what to say or something, but
he was like, I had it all planned out what I was gonna say, but now like you said, it was just the blank spell out.
Yeah.
It's like, why did you even come? Why did you come? But yeah, so that was wild. And you know, that was one thing. It's like, here it is, you're entertaining, and it's okay. It's okay for you to have stuff outside of the show. But if you're coming to the show and you're truly investing in looking for love, then you should have said, okay, I'm doing this process, blah, blah, blah. So, you know, we're going to have to leave it as it is. If you think this is something that, you know, you're ready to just be friends, or if that is something that you're capable of doing, we can do that. And ended that before he started the process and getting other people's feelings, you know, involved. So that wasn't fair to the other people. So
agreed. I mean, because feelings, I mean, little do you know, everything that you do is going to have an impact on someone else. And you saw that through him. You saw it through just every couple, every individual. So yeah.
Right. And I will give, you know, a lot of them grace too, because, you know, a lot of them are younger than we are, you know. So, and I mean, I know when I was, you know, that age, I mean, we're still learning, we're still growing. So I get it. You know, we all make mistakes. So I definitely give them grace through that. But this Laura and Jeramey and Sarah, and first off, let me say, I wrote tons of notes, but I can't be flipping through them now.
Do it.
But what I will say is, with this unique situation that you're dating, I think what was 15 people, if I'm not mistaken. You're dating 15 people at a time, and then finally you're narrowing it down to like your 1, 2, you know, top 3 or whatever connections. So that in itself is a lot. And especially when you have 2 and they're kind of like similar, but it's like, oh, I'm kind of attracted to this that they have, you know, going on over here, but I'm also attracted to this. That has to be difficult. And that's another reason why I probably like I don't want to be in that, you know, type of situation. So I can understand how it's hard to kind of navigate through that, to be like, okay, I do, you know, care deeply for both of these people. Both of them can add, you know, this joy and happiness into my life. You know, which one is the better fit? And it's like, if we're being realistic, you know, your emotions don't just cut off, you know, right then and there. You just don't walk out the room and be like, okay, like, done with you. Like, you don't hold no part or whatever, you know, in me. So yeah, I just think that's unrealistic. So I can understand how feelings can still kind of linger. I mean, you're talking about like a short time frame, you know, so yeah, we'll say that.
Yeah, I mean, no. I mean, because when you're, I'm not sure, like I said, I'm not sure how many times a day they had a chance to talk, but I'm sure it's multiple times throughout the day. Right. And even though you're not physically with that person, you when you talk to them, and like, I mean, hours turns, it feels like just like you said, it felt like 10-15 minutes, and it was 2 hours. He probably felt that, you know, because you know, you're in there and just just talking whatever, and the time goes by so fast. And so when I see all these different reality shows about whatever in 90 days or this, that, and the other, it's like, man, it's like, how can that be? But if you're with them all day, every day, you get to kind of know what's your type, what's not your type, and things like that. And so, feelings, they do get involved, and that triangle couple, whatever. It was interesting to see, the dynamics of all of them and how it worked. And it's, for me, I mean, to date 15 people at one time, that's just impossible. I'll be getting names wrong. I'll be getting last wrong. I'll be getting, all that stuff wrong. And so it's like, man, I praise them on doing that, because I'm not good at different listening to hear, okay, who's that? You gotta, before I even say, is this so, you gotta tell me your name.
Right.
But
well, I will say with that situation, Jeramey ultimately chose Laura, and he proposed to her, and they were, on their way to the wedding and be married. Now, throughout that, I mean, they did have some issues,
Yeah, so I didn't see it. I didn't see it. I mean, go ahead. I'm gonna let you finish, but
I agree.
Real quick, I didn't see it working from the beginning. Just go ahead, finish your thought now.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I didn't really see, they didn't necessarily seem happy with each other. Like, as a viewer, as I'm watching it seemed like it was kind of like forced. Like they were, really trying to make it work. It's like, okay, I chose you, so I'm gonna really try, and I'm really gonna work hard at this. And like I say all the time, I don't think relationships, are supposed to be hard. Like, if it's the right one, I think it's just supposed to flow. Just like who was the one married couple that actually made it and they're still together?
Was it Amy and somebody, or?
Yeah. Amy.
What was his name? John? Not.
I was gonna say Josh. John. Yeah, I think it is Johnny. I think that's his name.
Okay.
And they talk about, I ain't like, we have disagreements, but we ain't like arguing. Like I don't know why some people believe that it can't be like that. It's like, yes, you're gonna have some trials and some tribulations, but it should not be hard. It's supposed to like flow when you're with the right person. So with them, I just saw it being kind of difficult. Now, with this whole, he saw her, first off, you everybody has to be realistic. They're gonna at one point see all these other people that they were connected with. So I mean, we have to be realistic with that. That shouldn't be a shocker. But I mean, was it disrespectful for him to be out talking to her all night and not, sharing that with his fiance? Yeah, I would feel some kind of way, like, you not gonna tell me like this is what you doing? I don't know what was going on with the whole shared location. He's at her house. I don't know what happened. I can only go by somebody's word, what they say. And with her, sending the whole message saying, thanks for the opportunity. I love to getting to know you if things don't work out. I don't know. I struggle, like, how do I really feel? Like, back in the day, I probably would have felt some kind of way, but now at this big age, I'll probably like, well, she was in a relationship, at one point with him as well. And maybe, she needed some closure. So, because I did before, I say I do. I want everybody to have their closure. So I will go sit down and talk to her. I mean, it ain't got to be till 5:30 in the morning, 6 o'clock. Because, times kept changing. So I don't know when he came in, if she was sitting there, if she was in the room. I don't know what happened. But yes, I want you to get your closure. Talk, see, because I want you to be sure about, yes, you are the person that I want to be with. So yeah, go figure that stuff out. And so with that, and one thing, I'm kind of stepping ahead, but one thing I didn't like is that how everybody, well, not everybody, but the females all ganged up on Sarah Ann. And it's like, yeah, I get that you all believe, she overstepped, but he's the one. Jeramey's the one who said, I do to you. He's the one who, made this commitment to you, not her. Like, if we being real, she don't owe you anything. Would it be nice for her to respect you all's relationship? Yes, I would hope everybody will respect people's relationships, whether you're married or not. But it's like, I didn't see nobody going up and like bashing him when they had like the little meet and greet, before the reunion. Nobody was going up to him and was like, you should have. They just all went straight to Sarah Ann, and it's like, what was that about? It's like, wow. And then for Laura to sit back and when we saw at the reunion, for them to have this conversation and for her to say, she's good, like it is what it is, we're not together. If you choose to be with him, I wish you well, blah, 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 just, watch your back. And then a year later, it's like, no, now I got all these other feelings. It was kind of confusing. So I don't know. What's your take? Because I had talked a lot.
No, it's good. First of all, I thought that those two, Laura and Jeramey, to me, they were like two alpha people in terms of, aggressive and not taking, the answer is the correct answer. And so that's how and then neither one of them were given any leeway. And so that's how that's why I had a feeling that it wasn't going to work, because they were both, hey, this is what I said, this is how it's going to go, kind of thought.
Yeah,
and
that's true.
So when I felt that friction there, I just had a feeling that it wasn't going to work. That's the first thing what I saw. Then in terms of the text message, this is what just like what, a couple weeks. Is all this whole stuff happened like within 2 weeks,
that
right?
message happened when she left first, so the message happened before the show had ended.
So still within go ahead.
I believe it was like soon as she got home, and then she looked him up like on social media, and then I think she sent him like a DM. So I think they were still filming the show, I think, when she was at home and sent the message. If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong, but I believe that's how it went.
Okay, yeah. So we don't have all the footage of Sarah Ann and Jeramey talking in the pods or whatever, and so I don't think. I don't know what the word. I don't know if I may have fast forwarded through it. I don't know what the exact words in the message was, because I heard from both sides and they both sounded different. But to me, it sounded on the side of innocence. It's like, hey, I know that we had a connection. If it doesn't work out, hey, I'm here. Look out. So I felt, it wasn't like, hey, come on over or anything like that. So I kind of felt that it was kind of just leaving the door open, saying, hey, I'm available. We had a connection. If it doesn't work, then it doesn't work. And that's where, in my opinion, Jeramey could have been like, no, dude, I'm good, and that's it. We're good.
Yeah.
So
that was on him to shut that down.
Yeah.
If that's what he wanted to do.
Exactly. But evidently, he kept that door open, because he's like, hey, And so that conversation that they had in the parking lot or wherever it was at, I think that I'm innocence, not innocence. I don't know.
You weren't there.
Because you heard what I said. I've been in the car before, parked in the parking spot before, so
we don't know.
You don't know. I don't know.
Right.
5:30 in the morning. I'm not checking my GPS trying to figure out how to get to a fast food restaurant. So I don't know. And they stuck to it. I mean, the answer looked honest, because I'm not a FBI agent or anything like that to try to look for clues or anything like that. It seemed legit, but they could have rehearsed it over and over and over and over and over again. So I look at Sarah Ann, honestly, not being the bad person per se. I'll explain. I was watching this series, Love Island. All Stars, and so it was, I guess they're in British or whatever.
Right.
And this one guy, they were all coupled up, whatever. But this one guy shot his shot, and he was like, "Dude, all or nothing. Y'all love me or hate me. This is my feeling. This is how I feel. I'm gonna give it a go." And he gave it a go, and it worked out for him in the long run. And everybody ended up being coupled with the right person they're supposed to have been coupled up with. So so everything was good. So I look at Sarah Ann. Yes, they were engaged or whatever, or and so I understand that. So you don't want to overstep the boundaries. However, this whole process was like a couple weeks, and so I know feelings get involved and everything like that. But I look at it where Sarah Ann just shot her shot. She didn't say, "Hey, break up with her or do whatever." She just like, "Hey." From this, if this is what the message meant, like, hey, I know you guys are together, but you know, I still got feelings for you. I know you got it for me. If it doesn't work out, I'm here. Give me a call. You know, that's kind of to summarize it. And she just shot her shot because she felt something, and maybe in her heart she's like, if I don't say this, I'm gonna regret just giving it a go on the outside. Because just like you saw, you know, once you go on the outside and start living a normal life, things change.
Yeah.
So I just look at, you know, she just shot a shot, and like I said, he could have said, nope, I'm good. Thank you. We're good. So I don't put the blame on her where she's like, hey, you know, I don't see her as a homewrecker or anything like that, because, you know, it's all not a game, but it's a you know, game in a sense, but a reality kind of show. But, you know, feelings get involved, and she had the feelings, and she's like, dude, you know, hey, I'm gonna give it one more shot. Doors open on my end. If it's ever going to be open on yours. And he could have been like, I'm good, but he didn't.
Yeah, right. He didn't. Like, just like she said when she had that conversation, I don't even know if it was really a conversation, but that talk with AD, that he left the door open, you know, for her. And like I said, he's the one who's obligated to that relationship. And like you stated, he should have said, you know, I appreciate your message, but I'm happy where I am. I was happy to get to know you, and I hope everything works out for you in the future. So that way she knew, you know, okay, this is it. Let me walk away, you know. But I mean, like you said, y'all, everybody's dating everybody, you know, and then you pick your two. So it's hard. I mean, yes, I can understand a lot of the females like, well, at least you could have waited until let whatever they got going on, see if they actually get married and see if it fizzles out. But, you know, I don't know. If it was meant for them to be together, then, you know, they don't be together. And what's Laura? No. Laura, yes. Laura, on there, she said, you know, she was having her doubts before this situation even happened. So it's like, okay, well, you kind of knew this wasn't your guy. Not to make it seem as if, you know, Sarah Ann was right, everything, but you knew that things weren't quite working out between you all. What I don't like is just blaming one person, just putting everything on Sarah Ann, because when it comes to stuff like this, everybody plays a part. You know, I think everybody plays a part. So even if, you know, Laura feels she didn't do anything, whatever it was, everybody plays a part, you know. So, because I mean, if she was feeling some kind of way, she should have said when they had that meeting, like, no, look, I don't like what you did, you know, it was wrong. And I don't know if they were like friends or whatever. Be like, you were supposed to be my friend, you crossed, you know, all these lines and these boundaries, and you should have respected my relationship. But she didn't say that. It was kind of almost like a, well, whatever, you know, like you know, she did say, you know, I wish you would have respected it, but then she kind of went on like they were cool. So I was confused, like are you upset or are you not upset?
Exactly.
Like I said, that's why I couldn't be on the show. It's like it's just too many moving pieces, too much.
It's a lot. It's a lot, and no offense, but shows like this I gotta binge watch just because I mean, because it's just, to me, you know, I'm not into all the gossip either and all the little stuff. I'm like, you know, fast forward. You talk about you said I'm glowing or something. What did you say I look like?
You look like you glowing. You know how they say pregnant women like have a glow. You just look like you glowing. You talking about you look interesting. Oh my goodness.
Does this look okay? I look.
What do you think
I look
is
brown.
wrong with you? Yeah, you do look brown. That's why I was like, you look like you.
What the heck? Can I change the guide?
I know what was going on.
Because your voice changed too.
Really? Oh, that's weird.
Oh, it's probably my ears. So to answer your question, so I watched one. And what?
He's talking about it might be my ears. But go ahead. You watched what?
Stuff just comes out, man.